Hello, BL lovers. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be having the list of one-night stand relationship in BL series. I will try to bring all the list of BL one-night stand relationship in this part, both the new and old ones, and if there is anyone I missed, let me know in the comment section. I already did the first part. Click the link on the comment section to check for it. Without further ado, let's get started. Ming and Joe relationship from my stand-in. Another one-night stand relationship from the controversial ongoing BL series. They met at Joe's work where Ming came to look for his crush. He accidentally hugged Joe from behind thinking it was his crush. And that was the beginning of Joe's nightmare with Ming because he was admittedly into Ming. Ming was disappointed that day by Tong, so he decided to go home with Joe, who was giving him green light all day. They know nothing about each other, but Joe was open and willing to know Ming. Ming was not feeling it because he had his mind on Tong. However, he suddenly changed his mind to be with Joe that night after he received a call from Tong. Ming's intention was clear that he only wanted to F with him that night, but the mission failed that day because they were fighting for who is going to have the condoms. Seems like when two tops are into each other, so no one was going to be the bottom. They become close a bit, but Ming's attraction for Joe was because he has a back like Tong. He was finally able to convince Joe to lay with him, and that is how their relationship started. It was supposed to be fun for both of them, but Joe was being delusional over someone that made his intentions clear through his actions. The series is still ongoing, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for them. Doctors Wandi and Yoyak relationship from the ongoing BL series Wandi Good Day. This one-night stand relationship has a funny beginning. I already know it was a one-night stand relationship, but I never thought it will start this way. Although the series is still ongoing, but I can't still get over the first episode. They met at the hospital when Yoyak came for therapy. During their time together, I already knew they would have more to do with each other, but I wasn't just expecting it that way. Their second meeting was when Dr. Wandi got himself drunk because he was heartbroken after waiting for 8 years. Poor him just decided to do crazy thing that night because the wait doesn't worth it. But how is he going to make it happen since he was single? Well, he made it work by seducing his patient in a hilarious way, and it worked. The two later moved from a one-night stand to friends with benefits. Then they moved to fake boyfriends. The series is still ongoing, and I hope to see how their bond grows. Win and Team relationship from Between Us. Bring us back to our old and completed series. Team and Win also started an amazing relationship from a one-night stand. They met at the university they attended. Their relationship was basically junior and senior relationship while in school until one day they went for school vacation when team friends drag him into the room to watch porn with them. He doesn't want to, but he was also a little bit curious about it. Because that was his first time doing something like that, he wasn't able to handle it. He just ran out to calm himself down with some cold water. When Win noticed him, he thought something was wrong with him until he noticed his pant. Win immediately known what happened, so he asked if Team needed help. Of course he needed the help. Win asked him to follow him to his room if he wanted the help, and surprisingly, he did follow him. Team wasn't too sure what he was about to do, but he was also not drunk because he answered all the questions when asked him correctly, and I loved that. Win makes sure he gets Team consent before doing anything with him. And that was how they started their relationship. Although they didn't define it for a long time, but they did care about each other, and it was one of the best BL relationship ever. King and Wee relationship from Bed Friends. These two started one of the perfect relationship with a one-night stand. They were both not ready to be in a relationship, especially from Wee that just broke up with his ex-boyfriend. They worked at the same company where they met. King has been trying to get Wee attention, but it keeps failing, probably because Wee was in a relationship, but when he got cheated on, he lost it completely and became depressed. He decided to give a fun chance to King. When they were out for work dinner, he got drunk and they were just vibing, but he wasn't able to drive back home. He followed King home and asked King to hold him for the night, and he did. Even though I felt Wee was not sober enough for King to accept his words, but it was clear we still know what he is doing. He just doesn't want it to go too far, so he tried to let them cover it up, but King cannot just get enough. Wee also liked it, which made him agree to be friends with benefits with him. But all this was still not enough for King because he wanted to have ownership over Wee since he loved him so much, although their relationship also take too long to define. But it was just a smooth journey. Wee is the best and perfect boyfriend for his type, and I personally think this relationship is just the best BL relationship. Sand and Ray relationship from Only Friends. This too started one of the most exciting relationship with a one-night stand. It was like they were into each other already because even when they were stranger to each other, the vibe was they. They met at a bar where Sand works as an artist. They ran into each other couple of times when Ray was drunk, but they ended up having an argument. There was a day Ray was so drunk and ended up arguing with his Sand took him to his home and took care of him. Sand was pissed at him because Ray had started to become a public burden even though he didn't know him too well. He had seen him so drunk a couple of times, only for Ray to wake up the next morning and start to accuse him of stealing from him and wanting to have a thing with him, and Sand was pissed and threw him out. When Ray realizes it was Sand that helped him not to sleep on the street, he wanted to make up with Sand. He knows Sand want money, so he decided to hire him to drink with him, and their vibe was cool. Ray loved the vibe, so he keep wanting Sand around. Poor him just wanted to buy everything with his money, but Sand agreed to be friend with him. Friends that F with each other. That was it, the vibe was just they from the beginning, and Ray became obsessed with Sand even though he refused to define their relationship because he was in love with his best friend. But their relationship is still the best BL relationship to me because it's like having a brother, a partner, a friend, and a parent in just one person. You know how fulfilled they will be. Uncle Jim and Wen relationship from Moonlight Chicken. They also started their journey from a one-night stand, even though I don't like how it started because Wen was in a relationship and just cheated on his boyfriend and fell in love with who he cheated with, but I couldn't get angry at Wen. He was probably out of love, which was cool if he don't want to deceive his heart, but I still didn't like it. They met at Uncle Jim Chicken restaurant. His plan to seduce him worked perfectly, and that was it. He was drunk and refused to go home and ended up smashing with Uncle Jin. Although Uncle make it clear that it was going to be a one-night stand thing, but because Wan had falling for him, he keep trying even when Uncle keeps pushing him away. Even though it was wired, they still have one of the best mature relationship in BL series. V and Mark relationship from Love Mechanics. This couple also started to feel for each other after a one-night stand they had when Mark was drunk. They had one of the emotional toxic relationship in BL series because what was all the mind game for? Anyway, V met Mark through his friend, who Mark was chasing after. V was always getting on his way because his friend was taken already, so the practicality hated each other initially. But after they accidentally did something together, V refused to leave Mark. He was always trying to be there for him, just like he is trying to help him feel better from his heartbreak. He forgot that Mark got feelings, because he also refused to leave his girlfriend. They were just in back and front for so long, moving in a circle, but good they get together. I and Nai relationship from AI Long Nai. This couple also started a cute relationship from a one-night stand they had when they barely know each other. They met at school and they vibe. Admittedly, their vibes just click and they become friends for a couple of days before they had a thing together, and it wasn't like planned, but it just happened after Nai was drunk. I cannot get enough of Nai, so he asked them to be a couple, but Nai was insecure about his character. He knows nobody can toner at him, but he still refused to change his bad character. So he thought that was a perfect way to chase AI away since he was straight. But AI was the perfect partner for him because he was able to keep up with him. Their relationship start to develop and it was just cute. And lastly, Nine and Daeonui relationship from Checkout. They also started their relationship from a one-night stand they had. Although their case was a little bit complicated, they met when they were both on vacation and they vibed so well that they developed a relationship in no time. Daeonui was happy in the moment and was trying to forget about his split with his first love, thinking he had found someone, but Nine was with him for the fun of the moment. They had a nice time together, but Nine ghosted him after their vacation to focus on other things. I don't know how they make up because I am part of the people who refuse to watch this series after the release of episode 0. I don't know why. I just think the series is not for me. This is going to be the end of our one night stand series for now. Thanks for watching.